Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be going over what makes a website a real working website. And this information is going to be really helpful as you guys build your websites and do your projects in class. So first I just want to say a real website isn't just a bunch of text on a page. It should be interactive, visually appealing, and easy to use. First we're going to talk about working buttons and links. If someone clicks a button or a link, something should happen. It should take you to a new page, open up an image, trigger some type of action. Buttons that don't work is like having a car with no wheels. It looks nice on the page, but it doesn't go anywhere. So it's kind of useless. So when you're coding buttons, make sure that they lead somewhere or lead somewhere on the page. This is an example of a cluttered website, and this is an example of a clean website. You can already notice the difference between these two. Which one looks like it's easier to navigate and easier to find the information that you need? Your site should look and feel consistent. So I want you guys to be creative with your projects, but don't just throw colors and fonts together, because anyone else who's looking at your project and going through your site is not going to know what they're looking at. If there's all this information and colors and different fonts, just being thrown at them when they click your link. So pick a palette that matches what you're trying to convey, and it should be easy on the eyes, especially when it comes to text. Your text should stand out on the page. You don't want to use like a gray page with black text because you're not going to be able to see anything. Same with like a pink page with yellow text. That's why most websites are white with black text. If you want to be a little more creative than that, you can use like a black website with white text or anything with high contrast that you don't have to squint with your eyes to see or read anything. And then since we're already on the topic of fonts, fonts really do matter, guys. You want to use fonts that are easy for your users to read. Fancy fonts are like fine for titles, but your body text should really be simple and legible. You don't want anybody to squint to have to read the cursive font that you're using for the whole page. Okay, and then when it comes to images and videos, you really want to make sure your images and videos are loading properly. If you are having trouble figuring this out, W3 Schools has really good resources that you can go to that pretty much tell you exactly how to integrate an image or a video inside your site, so that as soon as you're like, while you're scrolling on the site, the image and video is already there. You don't have to like click something or go to another link to watch the video or see the image. And double check that when someone else is viewing your link, you can, like, the other person can see your images and your videos. So sometimes if you don't like integrate your media correctly, it'll show up as like a gray box instead of whatever you're trying to show. So just make sure and double check that your images and videos are properly coded inside your site. So the bottom line is a good website works. It should be interactive, visually appealing, and all the elements should function like they're supposed to. So when you're working on your free CodeCamp projects, you can have fun and be creative. You can play with colors, fonts, layout, and interactive elements, but just make sure it works and looks good. And that's really how you're gonna learn how to build websites, because it's not all about you, it's also about your users. So just try to prioritize what the user is going to see and how the user will experience your website. And you always remember that there are so many resources online that can show you exactly how to do whatever you're struggling with. So just remember to have fun and be creative, but make sure your site is working, usable site. Again, if you guys have questions, feel free to message me or post in the Yellow Dig discussion board, or you can email me directly. Good luck.